Experts warn of Russia's potential collapse. Is the Kremlin at risk of becoming a failed state? Welcome to our latest video, where we will be discussing a topic that has been gaining a lot of attention in the recent weeks. Experts are warning that Russia could be at risk of collapse and becoming a failed state. The war in Ukraine, Putin's failure in the military operation, Putin's admission of the war being a threat to Russia's independence, Putin's purging of political opponents, and the Russian economy entering a recession are all reasons that have led to this concern. In this video, we will be examining the evidence and opinions on both sides of this debate, and taking a closer look at what the collapse of Russia might look like and what the West should be doing about it. We'll also be exploring the views of foreign policy experts, including Henry Kissinger, and the findings of a recent survey by the Atlantic Council. Whether you believe that Russia's collapse is a real possibility or just sensationalism, this is a topic that cannot be ignored. So, join us as we delve deeper into this important issue. The war in Ukraine is proving to be a significant challenge for Russia, as despite the significant sacrifices of material and personnel, the Russian army is struggling to take control of the remaining Ukrainian territories in Donbass. This has prompted some foreign policy experts to raise alarm bells, warning that the Russian state as we know it could collapse within the next decade and that the West needs to be prepared for such an outcome. They cite Putin's failure in the military operation in Ukraine, Putin's own admission of the war being a threat to Russia's independence, Putin's purging of political opponents, and the Russian economy entering a recession as reasons for concern. This has led to a growing debate among analysts, with some arguing that Russia is at risk of collapse, while others dismiss such predictions as sensationalism. A survey by the Atlantic Council of 167 foreign policy experts found that 46% thought that Russia's failure or breakup could happen in the next 10 years. Even Henry Kissinger, a leading voice in international relations, wrote a piece in The Spectator last month warning of the potential consequences of Russia's disillusionment. However, some experts argue that Russia's collapse is unlikely and that the state looks stable. Putin remains popular in Russia and the state is functioning well, while the Russian economy has entered a recession, but it's milder than most analysts had anticipated. Putin has also successfully purged all his political opponents, meaning there is no faction vying to replace him. Furthermore, Russia's political and economic stability is solid, which is why predictions of its imminent collapse should be taken with a grain of salt. Despite this, others argue that while Russia may appear stable now, the trajectory over the next 10 years doesn't look promising. The Russian economy has been able to withstand the sanctions imposed by the West, thanks to its hydrocarbon revenues and industry's ability to use pre-existing stockpiles, but in the medium term, falling oil and gas prices combined with the success of the G7 price cap will mean reduced revenues and dwindling stockpiles, which will limit Russia's ability to maintain its current level of military spending and exert its influence in the world. Additionally, Putin's recent admission that the war in Ukraine is a threat to Russian independence is a clear indication that things are not going well for Russia. It's important to note that collapse of a state doesn't happen overnight, it's a gradual process. The collapse of the Soviet Union, which was considered one of the most powerful countries in the world, took several years to occur. Similarly, the collapse of the Russian state could happen gradually over a period of time, which makes it all the more important for the West to start preparing for such an outcome. In conclusion, whether Russia is truly at risk of collapse or whether these warnings are baseless sensationalism remains to be seen. However, it is clear that the West should at least be making some preliminary preparations for the possibility, as the collapse of Russia would have major implications for European and global stability. The question is not whether Russia will collapse, but when and how the West should prepare for it. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you found the information and analysis provided to be informative and thought-provoking. This is a complex and ever-evolving topic, and we encourage you to stay informed and continue to engage in discussions about it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. We'll be back with another video soon. Thank you for watching, and farewell for now.